everybody. So this is the first video after the introduction that we're making for this the right way to design. Let me off my data. I think it's going to disturb me. So in this the first one is knowing your design knowing your design tool. As a designer, you must know what works for you. You must know what works for you, what application works for you. There are some people who are very good in Canva, but they can't use Pixel Lab. And there are some people who are good in Pixel Lab, but they can't use Canva very well. Understand? That's for people who use smartphone. There are people who are good with Illustrator, but they don't know how to use CorelDRAW. There are people who are good in CorelDRAW, but they are not good in Illustrator. People who are good in Photoshop, but not good in InDesign. So these applications are their goal is just to give you a perfect design. Their goal is what to give you a perfect what design. So if you are designing, you should know the best design tool that the best design software or application that best suits you. When I was designing before, I used CorelDRAW and just used it. And see, now I did not get enough. I don't design CorelDRAW with enough skills like the way I do with Illustrator. Not because there are some situations that happens that maybe not so, but I found Illustrator more interesting to me. Understand? Not because CorelDRAW was bad, but because I did not really get that interest in using CorelDRAW. So I learned Adobe Illustrator through an online class, and the online class was 1,000 naira. That is what I used to learn Adobe Illustrator. And so after I learned, I keep practicing for days. So knowing your design tools is what will give you a headway in this design industry. So when you are designing, whatever comes into your head, you put it up. This is my best font, so that's what I like using. So what you do is to know the one that works for you very well, having what you want to design on your head. So most times what happened to me is that when I see a brief for a design, I start picturing how that design is going to be. So I don't really most time I don't go on research because I've researched a lot. Sometimes I can just stay in Pinterest, just viewing designs for hours. Sometimes I can just wake up in the night and what I'm just viewing is designs on Pinterest and maybe Facebook. So that's how you build your creativity. Your creativity does not have an end. You know, the only place that there is no limit in this life is your imagination. You get so you can decide to think whatever you want to think as a designer. That's how you become creative. But most time your creativity does not come out except you are seeing something that is creative. Understand? So as you watch, most times when you are watching those flyers that is good, you don't know what your mind is doing, because I've understand that as you watch good designs, as you watch designs that are good, first of all, what one of my mentors told me, he said when you know a good design, or when you know what a bad design is, you stop designing a bad design. You stop doing a bad design. So if you know what a good design is, I know what a bad design is, then you know that if I design this one is bad, so you won't take it out to people to see. So whatever you design and your mind tells you this is bad, you don't take it out. Understand? So knowing your design software that best work for you is what matters. So if you're designing Another thing is, after knowing your software to use, learn the tools. Learn the tools. Some people have been using CorelDRAW for years, but they don't still know what they are doing with CorelDRAW. You understand? Some people are using Illustrator for years, but they don't still know how to get something nice done in Illustrator. You understand? So you knowing your design tools is what gives you headway to having a creative design. Understand? If you know that, okay, there's I can blow a picture, or I can put an effect, this kind of effect in Photoshop, I can do this kind of effect in Pixel Lab, then you know that I can do something that is good. I can make this look nicer than what is looking now. So I made a design, and let me open up to my gallery. Okay, so I before I started design, I have this in my mind that, okay, I'm going to align every text to the left and then align my image to the right. Now some people were asking me, how did I do the background? How did I do the background? I was like, this is a normal picture, and I added a shape. A shape in the sense that I just have to formulate my own background to do my design. So I made an image and then added the shape, faded the side of the shape, and then give it a black color. It forms the background. But I knew that this design was not that fine. Then I got a message back that this is a major program. I should make it a major design. So it's okay, let me go for something else. Now, if I don't know where my tools are and how to redesign, how to make design more attractive, I won't be able to get the idea of turning it to the other design I made. So at the end of it all, I designed something like this. So I designed this, and I was like, okay, now why I was able to design it, because I know that, okay, there are things I'm going to apply to my Illustrator that is going to give me a good design. And then I have to figure them out, try to make it out to come out, and then added my effect, and then wow, I got another design. And then they accepted this one. So this was the flyer they used um for the program. So what am I trying to say? If you don't know your design tool, you find it difficult to design very well. If you don't know that, okay, I have my text effects here. I have my text effect. Now if I use another text, let me say I'm making this like this. Let me say I'm doing this like this, and I say, okay, I like a font and I want to use that font. There's one of those font, Christmas wishes. Now I say, okay, I like this font. I want to use this font to my design. I say, okay, let's say this font is like this, and you've seen that this edge is cut off. Okay, let me duplicate and use only one text. Let me use a word and say, okay, I'm going to use this. So this is it, and I say, I like this font, and I decided to use this font for a design, and I found out that this font is showing me very well here that this font is complete. How come it's not complete in my text? So if I don't know that, okay, there's what is called padding in Pixel Lab, I won't be able to get the full picture, to get the full write-up completed. So if I don't know that there's what they call padding here, that can give you a left space, more left space, and more right space, I won't be able to use what this font. So these are some tools that if you don't really know them well in your design journey, you will end up not designing something good. When you go to gradient, you don't know that there's something called gradient that will give me a better color. Understand? So these are the tools that you have to study and learn. Most time you can just be playing around with them to know what they do. Understand? So that for this video. I think we're going to stop here for this, and the next one will be Um, the next one is going to be on design principle. So thank you all very much. I want to stop this video here. See you in the next video.